The outbreak of the coronavirus is putting the medical product supply chain in focus. The FDA recently said it's reaching out to drug and device manufacturers to identify possible disruptions on shortages. Joining us now, Alethia Young, analyst, head of healthcare research at Cantor Fitzgerald. There's a lot of different angles, and we don't have that much time to do this, but can we talk about whether there are any prospective therapeutics on the horizon that would be ready in time? There's vaccines, which I don't know. There's therapeutics, and then there's quick testing for who has it. Those are three different areas we should be focusing on.
Yeah, great. I mean, I cover biotech companies, so companies like Gilead and Regeneron both are developing medicines. Gilead obviously looking at an antiretroviral to target the virus itself at its core, and then Regeneron looking for an antibody to determine whether, that you can basically bind to the protein or the problematic protein there. So those are kind of two predominant ones, but a lot of other pharma companies are also pursuing kind of variable approaches. But I mean, it's not particularly easy. It's going to take time to get that and run the trials that are needed.
The Gilead news that you pointed out to us, they're having trouble filling a 700-patient trial. I don't understand why and they need really sick people, average sick people, and mild symptom people. They're in China trying to do it. Why is it so hard? Is the Chinese government preventing enrollment in the trials?
I don't know if the Chinese government's preventing it per se, but I think just obviously kind of mobilizing like that amount of patients very rapidly, and people are probably being found in emergency rooms and all different sorts of places. So it just may be particularly tricky for them to get the mix of trial they need and the mix of patients they need for basically to get the trial to be run in an effective manner. At the end of the day, it needs to be safe and efficacious, no matter whether we have an outbreak of major virus in China. It has to be safe for patients.
And on a different subject, we intro the segment talking about supply chains. Are any of the companies that you follow being affected negatively by just not being able to get the reagents or the products that they need from China?
Not yet, but I do think it's something that a lot of people are talking about right now, which is you've had small biotech companies, medium, even big, right? The small guys, do discovery, preclinical development in China with like contract resource organizations. And then on the large side, a lot of like companies like all the companies in the world that we cover, like the Amgens, the Gileads, they get pharmaceutical product as well, sometimes from China as well. So I think it's something that if this were to continue probably for another 3 to 6 months, it might become a bigger problem. Right now, I think people are very focused on putting contingency plans in place.